Extreme heat events are becoming much more frequent and severe across the United States due to climate change. One area of growing concern is the risk posed to chemical storage sites, where rising temperatures can increase the chances of accidents, spills, or chemical reactions that could endanger public safety. In this video, we'll explore how extreme heat is impacting 10 major US cities and what the data tells us about future risks. We'll specifically focus on two key metrics, those being maximum temperature and the number of days exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. These indicators will help us understand the vulnerability of different cities and why it's critical to take action. So if we first start by looking at the big picture, on the screen here you see a map showing the maximum temperatures across the United States. As you can see, regions like the Southwest and the Southeast experience the highest extreme heat, with temperatures in some areas regularly exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This kind of heat puts significant pressure on chemical storage sites, and this is especially true in regions with less infrastructure designed to handle such conditions. I think what's important to note is that this trend is only likely to increase as climate change accelerates. With higher global temperatures projected in the coming decades, more areas of the country will see longer periods of extreme heat, exacerbating risks for chemical storage and vulnerable infrastructure. Now if we focus on one key indicator, the number of days exceeding 35 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, we can see on this map that we've highlighted each city's qualitative hazard level based on the projected days of extreme heat for the medium term and for a middle of the road climate scenario. For example, in this case, Phoenix, a city that already experiences high levels of extreme heat compared to other cities in the US, we're seeing that in the medium term, the number of days above 35 degrees Celsius is expected to increase significantly. And as Phoenix faces more frequent and prolonged periods of extreme heat, chemical storage sites in the region could be exposed to increased risk. And I think this trend underscores the importance of adapting infrastructure to withstand these future conditions. Moving on to our next chart, this shows us the percent change in maximum temperature over time for our 10 cities. Notably, cities like Chicago, Cleveland, and Syracuse, traditionally cooler cities, are seeing some of the highest increases in maximum temperature. While these cities may not face the same extreme heat as the Southwest, the rapid rise in temperatures poses a growing risk to local infrastructure, including chemical storage sites, which may not be equipped to handle such rapid changes, increasing their vulnerability. To dive a little deeper, let's take a look at one specific case for Houston. Here we're looking at a chart showing how the maximum temperature has evolved over time under different climate scenarios. In this case, under middle and high emission scenarios, Houston may expect maximum temperatures to increase by up to 4 degrees Celsius in the long term. If we then go to look at the number of days exceeding 35 degrees Celsius, we see potentially an even more concerning scenario where the number of days exceeding this temperature limit could more than double only by the middle of the century. And this significant increase will heighten risk for chemical storage sites, making proactive adaptation strategies essential in high-risk cities like Houston. So to conclude, I think the data we presented here shows that extreme heat poses a growing threat to chemical storage sites across the US, with cities like Phoenix, Miami, and Houston facing immediate risks. Meanwhile, cities like Cleveland and Chicago, while currently less affected, are experiencing rapid temperature increases that could escalate their vulnerability. To mitigate these risks, chemical storage sites need to adopt stricter temperature controls and to update their infrastructure. Ultimately, preparing now will reduce the likelihood of accidents in the future, protecting both people and the environment from the dangers of heat-induced chemical incidents.